Good morning, friends. Hope you are fantastic, sensational, and of course amazing. So welcome to the Coffee Run. It is the Sydney edition, and I just wanted to come to you quickly while I am rolling on out doing my thing. So heading out for a walk. I am on my way to try and work out where the hell I am because I have actually no idea. So it's going to be kind of fun. So what I wanted to really chat with you guys about today is the reminder, hey Sandy, hope you're fab. It's not quite the beach walk that we're going to have tomorrow. So we'll do beach walk tomorrow. Today is city walk. So what I wanted to chat with you about is a bit of the stuff that's kind of come up over the last couple of weeks, as we've been doing these visible live things, or not a couple of weeks that we've been doing visible live, but certainly over the last week that we've been doing visible live. Hard about my slow down a little bit. Getting a bit breathless. That was a little bit of a hill. One of the things that we've been chatting about is around theming, right? So the questions that I will get you guys to ask and consider and think about are the things that really that light you up, from a place of enjoyment, not necessarily from a place of, work. I know your work lights you up. I know you fucking love it. I know that you could probably do it all day without batting an eyelid, and it is fun and fabulous and all that kind of stuff. But what about outside of all of that? Because when you really think about the things that you love, and the things that are really like in you and ate in you and, stuff like that, I guess it gives you the time and the space and the ability to be able to weave more and more stories in about these things that really light you up. So, for instance, I love music. So a lot of the references that I make in my marketing is around really owning and channeling your rock star. You guys know that, right? So it's like, okay, what do I need to be? Who do I need to, who do I need to channel? How do I need to step up and be able to actually, who do I need to be in order to be this? Hey, Georgina. Oh, good. I'm so glad you can hear me because I'm not paying too much attention to the comments. So keep letting me know that you can hear me and that I'm not making you too sick with all the wobbling of the camera thing. So this is not just because, I'd love to be a rock star, although I would love to be a rock star. It's more about the way that you can weave stories in that are really powerful within you. So if you've always loved music, or if you've always played an instrument, or if you love cartoons, like I know people who I don't know where I'm going now. I know people who absolutely love the shit out of Disney movies, for example. And so when you start to unpack why you love that kind of stuff, what it really means, and you can start to weave in, hey Sandy, you can start to weave in some of these stories and the way that they tell stories into your own marketing. So you might talk about how, you've got this really, your people have got this really amazing dream and vision and they want to do all of these things, but then all of a sudden the wicked witch kind of steps in and ruins it all and stuff like that. And then you can go into what they do in terms of finding that redemption and how they overcome it, how they access and tap into their resilience and amazingness. And then it's usually not the happily ever after bit, right? But they've got these lessons that can kind of use in order to continue to move forward. So, that might be something that you can draw upon that, and you can start to say, you guys, it's a little bit like bang, 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 But most people know of, if they don't like Disney movies, they know of the Disney movies. So you can start to use them as really solid reference points. Now, where we tend to come up in resistance with this, particularly if you've got a bit more of a, if you're in a really professional type of industry, and this happens a lot actually, where you might be seemingly in a bit more of a professional industry, and you're like, oh, I can't talk about that kind of stuff. I can't do that kind of thing. That doesn't really make any sense. I don't see how that's relevant. And you can be like, well, it's not. You're not about. Hey, Dad. It's not about you going out and trying to be unprofessional, right? It's not about you going out and trying to make fun or make light of the issues and the things that you're dealing with, but it provides another connection point. So humans are multifaceted, yeah? if you think about a disco ball, it's got all these different mirrors, and every time like you look into something, it reflects something like that little bit differently. We're crossing the road now. It enables you to connect with them in a slightly different way, right? So you never know if that story that you tell that relates to this Disney movie, or a story that you relate to health. Nearly got run over by a bike. Oh, that's because it's in the bike lane, Nicola. Didn't realise there was bike lanes in Sydney. Oops. So you might talk about how, like, I've got another client who's a runner. So you can talk about the whole learning to run process, and it doesn't just happen overnight. You could talk about if you really love like spy novels, right? Or adventure movies or fantasy books, or, you know, anything like that. You guys, the thing that's going to make your life easier, the thing that's going to make your marketing easier and more powerful and connective and relatable is when you really add in those human elements, right? So the more you do that, the more powerful it's going to be, the easier it is. And you can still weave in all of that professional stuff. You can still weave in everything that you want to be able to weave in for how you want to be perceived. But the more human you are online, the more real you are online, particularly if you're wanting to run online programs, or if you're wanting to do online delivery, or if you want to do online consulting, or if you want to do online therapy, or if you want to do anything like that. People want to feel like they can connect with you. People want to feel like they can get to know you. And so this is a really easy way, simple way of doing it, if you are willing, if you're going to feel brave enough. But I promise you, it's the thing that's just going to make it all kind of like gel together. So that's some of the stuff we're going to be doing today in the room. Actually, it's about weaving in these stories and coming up with some different ways of explaining it. So let me just show you the view now of where we are. How pretty is this? That's all the Darling Harbour Walk. Got that wheel thing. It doesn't look very big. Here we are. Really bright and sunny. All the boats. And that's where we are. So I've officially lost the people who were behind me, who were probably thinking that I'm a little bit crazy for talking at you on a Facebook live stream while I'm walking and smiling at you guys. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. Wish you a fantastic and amazing and an absolutely life-changing day. I can't wait to get in the room and see all the people and my friends. It's gonna be great. So have an amazing day, and remember, the world is ready for your brand of awesomeness. Get out there and go kick some ass, okay? Mwah. Love you.